All right, I'm going to tell you a little formula that will make creating content specifically. Let me close that window. Specifically, content for like short form content that will work on Facebook Stories. I know Facebook Stories can't be a full 60 seconds, but I used to do 60-second live truth story um, formatted videos like every day. I would do one every single day. I called it like the legal minute. It was back when I was doing my very beginnings of my service-based legal document service, and it worked really well at that time. It was really the first thing because I was trying to reverse engineer what it was that I was doing in the beginning that initially worked, and I had forgotten kind of all about this um, format because at some point, just creating the content becomes a little bit more easy. You don't have to like do so much formulaic stuff, but this one like works really well. I'm going to go back to this because it's so easy to create quick fire content this way, and it's called Light True Story. Like a lot of things, I learned this initially from Russell Brunson, but then I've seen so many people doing it, and I'm sure he learned it from, I don't know, one of the old school copywriters. So the reason it works is because you're taking a potential buyer's objection and clarifying why that objection is invalid. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your product. It works with affiliate stuff as well. And I'll show you an example of an affiliate thing that would work, that I would do, that I will do, and then I will put on my stories, and then I'll show you that it works. So the lie is the objection about the product, the service, whatever it is that you're going to be promoting. The truth is the reason that the objection is invalid and that the potential prospect shouldn't worry about it. So the lie is whatever their objection is. The truth is why that objection is invalid. And then the story is just typically going to be an example of the truth. I'm sure there's another way to do the story part of it, but I just do like a real quick example almost, or it could even be a testimonial. So here's an example. The lie is going to be this, and you don't say the lie part. I just put it in here like this so you could see it. So the lie would be, I hear people say this all the time. Google won't index content that's written by a robot. They can tell that it's written that way, and they won't give it any authority or even index it. That's the objection. The truth. The truth is that Google lies all the time. They say one thing and they do another. If you've done any sort of internet marketing or any sort of SEO, you know that this is true. They may not want to serve up a bunch of content that's written by robots, and I'm sure that they wish that they could accomplish that, but they simply can't. In fact, I just had a student get their robot written content indexed within 24 hours using a website that he just created, a brand new domain. And the content that got approved by Google News was written by the same robot. So it went through Google two different ways, and they couldn't determine. So they're lying. They cannot determine what's written by a robot and what's written by a human. And then you can throw in a quick call to action there, like check out my website. But an easier way to do it is, since the stories are like so short and firing, is that you just put the URL like on the actual story. Let me show you an example of that. I do it all the time if you see my stories, like this. So you come into Canva, you create the story how I teach in the course, and then you just throw your website here, whatever it's going to be. You don't want it to be a bit.ly or anything like that. You want it to be like some kind of branded domain that you pay like $10 a year for, that people can easily type in, because it's not, if it's a bit.ly or some sort of tracking link or anything like that, then you can track it once they hit there, redirect that site over to your link tree or whatever. But yeah, that's how I do it. Lie Truth Story. It's a tried and true copywriting method that I've used, with a lot of success, especially back in the day. And I'm going to start doing it again because I'm creating so much content. Sometimes you just want something easy, and Lie Truth Story is like really easy. It's kind of similar to Hook Story Offer, but it's just another trick, another tool for your tool bag. So yeah, use it in your marketing and you will have more success.